How's it going, guys? This is the RJB0, and you're probably wondering something. If this is a discussion video, why doesn't this guy have something pretty, like a trishula or a tour guide, to make his video look better? The answer I have to that question is another question. That question is, you know what makes Yu-Gi-Oh really dumb sometimes? My answer to that question? When people like admins on Pojo or mods on the Dueling Network or judges at a tournament make a ruling that is totally dumb, that just makes them sound like they know what they're doing when they really don't, or like especially if they don't even seem to have read the card. And my example to this might sound kind of stupid because it's an official ruling, but I'm going to make a case for it. So I was playing my Chaos Keepers, which I'll have a deck profile for you guys once I have all my Veilers and Ryos for it. I was playing Chaos Keepers, and I had Necro Valley on the field. And my opponent, who was playing Lavels, played Rekindling and started summoning. And I said, "What's going on? I have Necro Valley on the field." And he said, "Because Rekindling doesn't target, I can summon with Necro Valley on the field." And I thought that was totally dumb. So I told him to cite a ruling, and he cited this weird ruling on a forum that wasn't even like a Pojo forum or a Wikia forum that said Rekindling doesn't target, so it can go through with Necro Valley on the field. So I kind of, told him, "I don't believe you. You can't summon Necro Valleys on the field. That source isn't reliable." And so he called in the mod, and the mod said, since Rekindling doesn't target, Necro Valley doesn't affect it. So I figured, alright, so maybe there was an errata on Necro Valley at some point where Necro Valley said something about targeting monsters in the graveyard. No, it didn't. Not at all. In every single one, Necro Valley said something about either cards either cards that affect graveyards can't be activated, or cards in the graveyard are not affected by card effects other than themselves. So I figured maybe this is a consistent thing. Maybe you can Mirror Force an Odin, or use Dark Hole and destroy a monster that has Forbidden Lance on it because they don't target. No, apparently it is just Necro Valley. And Necro Valley says, cards in either player's graveyards cannot be removed from play. Cards in either player's graveyard cannot be affected by card effects except their own. Cannot be affected. Says the exact same thing as Odin or Forbidden Lance. It's just the excuse I was given was Necro Valley was too broken, so they had to find some loophole to it. So, here's a question. What does Konami do when there's a card that's too broken? First, they can limit it. Easy as that. Konami thinks that Necro Valley is too broken, they limit it. Second, they make an errata on it. Neither of those things have been done, so obviously they don't think that Necro Valley is too broken. So you can't just make up card rulings about it. So that's my example of a really dumb ruling that's made just because somebody doesn't like a card or something like that. And that's just dumb. I mean, you guys all agree with me that when you make a ruling that's just because you think a card is too broken, so it needs a ruling that makes it less broken, you just make it. I mean, with the XYZ Sengen ruling, that was legit. Because, cards on the field that aren't really monsters, that are being treated as material, shouldn't be considered being on the field. So that's legitimate. But things like this. So if you guys have any examples of really dumb rulings, or want me to, if you want me to discuss a ruling, whether I think it's legit, post it in the comments below, right down there, this way. My orientations are correct. And I will get back to you, and I will give your channel a shout out. So this is the RJB0 signing out.